Ahead in the Glasshouse, a great deal is coming down the stairs.
Are you a very rich businessman? Worried about the new media ownership laws? Looking to expand your empire? Then why not buy the ABC? It costs us millions. Most of the bastards who work there hate us, and Kerry O'Brien's a real pain in election time. It could actually be your ABC. All bids considered, as long as your name's Rupert.
Spoken on behalf of the Let Packer buy Fairfax and Murdoch buy everything else, so they'll help us win the election campaign. Canberra.
Welcome to the Glasshouse, the program that asks the question, if we're going to force migrants to have great Aussie values like being fair dinkum, dinky die and ridgy didge, why don't we sneak in some new ones like nicky knack, stinky sink and dodgy fridge? More news than nervous politicians hiding in the wheat this week. In Switzerland, after reports of unpleasant meetings between hikers and cattle, the Hiking Federation has laid down a few ground rules. Keep your distance, avoid eye contact, and even if it looks cute, never hug a Swiss cow. Remember, no matter how horny you are, cows are hornier and hoofier. Swiss cows are known for their aggression. They even punch holes in their own cheese. If approached by a cow, people are advised to stay calm and slowly walk away without turning their backs. Cow casualties are right down, but the number of hikers walking backwards over cliffs has increased 400%. In the UK, an arms manufacturer is designing environmentally friendly weapons. Low toxin rockets, reduced lead bullets, and reduced smoke grenades. Fantastic! Now Greenpeace can get all the bazookas they've been wanting. This is the best thing for the environment since petrol bombs went unleaded. BAE Systems is also making bullets that are organic and vitamin enriched, so if you don't die when you're shot, you actually feel a lot healthier. In Germany, a woman has been arrested for cutting off the manhood of her dead husband to keep as a souvenir in a pickling jar. What's wrong with the photo? When Heinrich Schneider died in hospital after a long illness, police say his widow, Uta, went in to pay her respects with a butcher's knife hidden in her handbag. It's Uta madness! Even though she'd made it till death do us part, she still wanted to have and to hold. Congrats!
Hi, baby. Hello. Views from the paddock fertiliser. A Welsh company called Creative Paper has just won an award for making cards and gifts from sheep droppings. That award would be the Brownlow Medal, wouldn't it? The cards are available at Woolies. Experts predict the process will lead to more shit greeting cards than at any time since Ken Dome retired. And the cards have catchy greetings too. Roses are red, violets are blue. The card that you're holding is made out of poo. I'm sorry to hear you lost your friend. We all did idolise her. But now, just like this card you hold, your loved one's fertiliser. Personally, I think everything about the sheep poo paper cards is great, except licking the envelopes.
Take it!
Oh, yeah, I'm excited about the footy. Oh, good luck to the winners. Seriously, though, good luck to them. But I'm also excited about news from Spain, where the Madrid Fashion Week has banned thin models. Now we just have to ban the dumb ones and we'll eradicate the species. They have banned them. Thin models are out of the Madrid Fashion Week. Apparently the models were so sickened by the news, they actually got their appetite back. Seriously though, they're thin. They're too thin. And And now they've banned them, so they've got no work and they can't afford to eat. It's a vicious cycle for the models. You need your models thin anyway. They're just bloody walking bloody coat hangers, aren't they? Just as long as the clothes look good. They look good. You know what, now I could possibly be a model, you know? You've got to have a body mass index of 18. And I could have that if I lose 35 kilos. I swear to God. I am clinically obese. I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun.
All right, let's get to it. Joining me, Corinne and Dave, to throw some stones in the Glasshouse tonight. He's doing the Melbourne Fringe, he's touring the country for the next 2 months, and he's got a new DVD. One of our favourite skilled migrants, Arj Barker. And an AFL legend, now author of the new book, Mongrel Punts and Hardball Gets, and A to Z of footy speak, Glenn Manton. All right, movers and shakers. First up, former US Army Commando Jay Stokes, who's just celebrated his 50th birthday by jumping out of a plane. 640 times. He didn't intend on doing so many. He just jumped out every time they started showing an episode of Friends. Anyway, the ex-Green Beret has now been recalled to active duty. The Americans figured anyone that keen on doing things for no good reason was urgently needed in Iraq. Corinne, you live on the edge. Ever jumped out of a plane?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I have. I did a tandem jump out of an aeroplane.
Wow.
Back when I was working on Rove, I did it for the show. Well, initially, I found this out afterwards because they said, do you want to jump out of a plane? I went, no, I'm really scared of heights. And they went, oh, what are you, a chicken or something? And I went, oh, well, I have to now. Found out afterwards they thought it was too dangerous for Rove to do.
But do you know why that is? Because they don't make children's parachutes.
He's not that short.
I might
He's
use...
the same height as me.
Could men use that on you if they wanted to sleep with you? Do you want to sleep with me? No. Are you a chicken?
No, because what on earth are they doing that would be that frightening?
No, you haven't been to my plane.
Oh, yeah.
The weird thing is they only want to root you because Rove wouldn't do it.
Have you seen beside her bed? The beside her bed's got one of those little measuring sticks. If you're big enough to ride on this...
You must be this high to ride.
Yeah. And all children must be accompanied by an adult.
How did we get from skydiving to all of it? Oh,
You started
I
it.
did not start it.
Well, finish it.
I will finish it.
You went skydiving, yeah?
I will finish it. I went skydiving, and here's a tip. If you do go skydiving, don't allow them to attach audio recording devices to you, because jumping out, they just played the audio on the show, and it really sounded uncannily like I was having an excellent time. It pretty much was me just going, oh, 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 oh. And then at the end of it, I said, oh, my God, that was amazing.
So you don't have to jump out of an airplane to have fun. I mean, I've had a long flight over here from California, and I don't want to brag, but you're looking at a new member of the Mile High Club.
Fantastic.
Solo Aviator Division.
No, thanks.
That's impressive. Did you take yourself off to the toilet, or did you get one of those lovely big rugs? You know, those big blankets they give you and just...
No, I just put the little mask on and pretended no one could see me.
Glenn, you're a big, strapping ex-AFL legend. Have you ever jumped out of a plane?
No, I haven't.
No, you're weak, aren't you?
But I love extreme sports.
Yeah,
well, I used to love them.
What?
Oh, bobsleigh? No, people always say, well, why you get involved in Olympic sports, extreme sports? Why do you do this sort of thing? And I just say, listen, married, 3 children, vasectomy.
You've had a vasectomy? Or you
I've had a vasectomy.
I thought maybe you didn't
That's
want
the most
one,
extreme
so
sport you can go through, let me tell you.
A vasectomy?
I've never
No,
gone
I've never
down
had a
this-
fallopian tube. I haven't got fallopian tube. What's the man equivalent of a fallopian tube? What is it? What have you got down there? Just a little...
Vas deferens.
Yeah, vas deferens.
No, they actually go into your scrotum, they pull the vas deferens out like this, they snip them, tie them, put them back in, sew you up, send you home. Where you going, man?
I just want to say this. If you're going to get one, you know, go to a professional. Don't try to, you know, have a few beers and save money at home. I'll tell you what, I think I'm still fertile.
Did you enjoy the skydive, Corinne? Would you do it again?
No, I wouldn't. We skydived onto Flemington Racecourse, and the guy I was tandem attached to, his hands got caught. He said, "I'll rub my hands to keep them warm." And I went, "What happens if they get caught?" Obviously, he was just making me. He goes, "Oh, they'll be too stiff to pull the cord." And I'm going, "Oh, Jesus!"
So he wanted you to rub his hands while
he was strapped to your back.
I'm the most naive person in the world, aren't I?
I bet he was too stiff to pull the cord.
Our next mover and shaker is the Country Women's Association, which has joined the fight to legalise cannabis for medicinal purposes. The CWA is going to lobby governments in all states about cannabis trials for people in chronic pain. The older ladies also say it can be used to treat memory loss. You forget even more stuff, but you don't care nearly as much. The announcement has come just in time for the CWA's annual conference, where the speakers will be the Nationals leader Mark Vaile, the Reverend Fred Nile, and Snoop. You've done extensive research in this field. Is marijuana good for what ails you?
Well, it can be, actually, but a lot of people think marijuana gets you high. It's actually a psychoactive ingredient called THC, which is found in marijuana. THC, of course, stands for the high causer.
Thank you, Dr. Raj.
Yeah, it can be quite helpful. It's the difficult part, of course, is actually getting the prescription. Because, you know, like, what exactly do you say to your doctor? You know, you're like, "I don't know, doc. You know, lately I've just been feeling focused and clear-headed, organized. I set my car keys down, and 5 minutes later I know exactly where they are. I go to parties, you know, then I tell a story, and it not only has an ending, it has a point." I mean, is there anything I could get? You don't know.
Yeah, yes, Doc. I was watching The Matrix the other night and I realised that movie doesn't make sense at all.
What has just really struck me about this, do these country women's associations, do they have shops? Do they have stalls?
Yeah,
is that how they...
Yeah, I'm saying...
Well, they're not selling it.
Well, I'm just thinking their muffins, their cookies are going to be great this summer, aren't they?
The paranoia is bad with marijuana, isn't it? Yeah.
It could be really bad. If I get high and I'm driving, I think any vehicle that looks even slightly authoritative, I mean, I automatically assume is the police. In fact, the last time I smoked pot and drove a car, I ended up getting pulled over by a street cleaner. Oh, man, oh, buddy, we're in deep shit, man. That's got to be the chief. Only the chief would have a big old spinning abrasive wheel on the back of his car. I don't know, that's probably why they call it a brush with the law. I don't know. Hang on, one more.
Our favourite mover and shaker is Hollywood screenwriter Joe Esterhaas, the genius behind Showgirls, Sliver and Basic Instinct. In his new book, Joe claims the crew was so annoyed by Sharon Stone's behaviour, they urinated in a bathtub before she got in to film a scene. Normally in Hollywood, if there's a star, a bathtub and urination involved, it appears on Charlie Sheen's credit card statement. But you should think yourself lucky. When the crew are really annoyed, they wait till you're in the bath. Glenn, you've been a naughty boy. Ever played a practical joke?
I have played a few, but you know what? Listening to that, it makes me want to just tell a little bit of a family secret. Do you mind if I do?
No, I want to hear your family secret.
Go ahead, mate.
Well, I do have 3 children, and we couldn't get any of them into the bath or the shower for that matter. So we developed...
How old are they?
6, 5 and 3.
Little ones, right,
They're
yep.
small children.
They're in bed now. So.
They're in bed now. And we couldn't find a way to get them into the shower, and we also wanted to conserve water, and we also wanted to bond. So we developed a concept called the Shower Club, whereby everyone would get into the shower at once, and as a rite of passage, you would urinate on one another in the shower.
Yeah.
And this was acceptable
Security.
behaviour. No, this
You know what was a good idea? You know what was a good idea? That vasectomy was a great idea.
Hey, no, this was good. this was good. This concept worked.
Okay, why?
We saved the environment because we had 5 people in the shower, so less water. That was
your
good.
wife's in there peeing on your children?
No, we peed on her. We were saving water, we were bonding as a family, and we were spending time with one another. It's very difficult.
You were peeing on each other?
Yeah. Well, that was all okay until our middle child was just taking himself off to the corner and urinating on himself. And that's when we decided the whole thing was a bit weird.
No, you're right. That's when it got weird. That's when it had crossed the line.
That's when we moved on.
So much for the Golden Shower Club.
I know, but playing AFL football, playing sports, and you know this because you love your AFL, it's common practice to urinate on other people in the shower.
It is.
That's what's done.
I think that's a funny story, but I think it's very unbelievable that you would get to pee on, that 5 people could sit around peeing on each other for free. Okay? Because that is an incredible deal.
I mean, yeah.
No, save me here.
Yeah,
you know
peeing on
done.
your girlfriend is look, I've never done it. But you have a shower together and you both
it's a laugh.
You urinate.
It's a frolic.
It's sharing family. It's good on you.
Yeah.
He played for Carlton, my team. He can do what he likes.
Also, the thing about this is you hear a story about this and you think, oh my God, yeah, celebrities are evil. But let's not forget they're people. They're just as capable of having a bad day or, in a bad circumstance. And also, at some point they might be right. If they get mad at someone, there's a certain ineptitude that can happen. I mean, even backstage here, the career is great, but I got annoyed with Jordan back there because I said I want vanilla aromatherapy candles in my dressing room, and they were definitely lavender. And I said, hey, ding dong, this is the wrong candle. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? I'm like, I want you to get the hell out of my dressing room and learn how to do your damn job. And then he looks, and he has the nerve to look. This guy, this joker, and then he has the nerve to look back at me like, and he's like, yeah, all right, you just wait. You're gonna get yours. And I'm like, well, I'm still waiting. I'm waiting, Jordan. Bring it on. Bring it on. The guys all talk. It's like...
You've prepared for this show heaps more than any of us ever have.
Later in the Glasshouse, Tony Abbott speaks out against adoption.
Where you've got a competitive market, let's sell these things.
Trouble in the trousers for Kim Beazley after he swallows a dozen Viagra pills, thinking they're blue Smarties.
They're trying to hide it until after the next election.
And Mr. and Mrs. Bush take out an AVO against Mr. and Mrs. Howard.
They will not leave us alone. They will follow us.
Tonight's question on the Glasshouse is, if you could put your head on anybody else's body, whose body would you put it on? Let's find some answers. If you could put your head on anybody else's body, who would it be?
Probably Amanda Vanstone's.
Wow, why?
Need a few more front rows for the football and I'll be laughing.
If you could put your body...
You're just picking the good-looking blondes.
I am not just picking the good-looking... I'm going to go to her now. If you could put your body on someone else... Yeah, but there's a little bit more to love, but not, in a great way. Answer the question.
I would be on my boyfriend's body, so I'd kick his ass.
You have to kick the back of your ass like that, with the back of your heel. You haven't thought this through, have you? You want to answer the question, and you've confused yourself.
He actually told me to say it, but I would probably want to know if a men's orgasm is better than a woman's.
Well, mine are pretty good. Certainly, I'm pretty happy with it. If you could put your head on anybody else's body, who would it be?
Donnie Yen from Blade Trinity. He's got a pretty good body. All the chicks will be digging me. So
yeah, the chicks will love you, yeah. Sure.
A fly, because I wouldn't mind being a fly on the wall. I think it'd just be, just, I don't know, snoop on everyone and stuff.
But you haven't got a very long lifespan, or a lot of things that can kill you, Mortine. Right, if you could put your head on anybody's body, who would it be?
You, Husey.
You're the first person to ever say that.
I thought so.
Yeah.
It's a bit special, your body.
Now he's starting to do an impression, I think. Right, if you could put your body on someone's head, who would it be?
Well, it would be my husband, I reckon.
Oh, you love him so much that you would want to...
Yes, I would. wouldn't mind.
And then you could experience yourself from the other end, yeah.
That's the plan.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Big news for buttock buffs. Spanish movie star Penelope Cruz has revealed she needed special help for her latest role. She wore a fake bum. Problem was, the bum kept asking, "Does my actress look big in this?" Of course, there are some purists out there who prefer the more authentic way of getting fat and ugly. Marrying Kevin Federline. Husey, I'd like your help. I want you to be Penelope's false bottom. And we're going to interview you. First question, Derriere Dave. Did you enjoy working on the movie?
Well, I think the waxers should have done a bit of a better job than they have. Of course I enjoyed working on the movie. I got to work with my favourite actress's ass. Penelope Cruz. I was with her all the way. We bonded.
I was wondering, do people ever mistake you for a dickhead? Because you know what?
I don't know if they do, but if they do, they don't say anything because they're not rude assholes.
Have you ever caught up with Nicole Kidman's fake nose?
Yeah, I have, and that bloody won an Academy Award. Where's my Academy Award? Bloody nose, yeah, she got real close to me, bloody brown nose.
Do you have a problem with skid marks in your hats?
I have to
You really are a smart ass, don't you? No, I don't, because I wash my hats.
I bet you have to be really careful not to fart while you're smoking. I'm sorry. Look. I'm sorry. I know. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize for the last comment. You needed that like you needed another hole in your head. I apologize.
You are a male ass, yes?
Yes, I'm a male ass. Have a look at me.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm concerned. I don't see any testicles.
No, we got rid of those.
You've been neutered?
Yep. Help me focus.
Help you focus?
Yeah, you hang around bloody Penelope Cruz and you got testicles.
Also, I understand when you had the testicles you couldn't see because they were blocking your eyes.
I've done a lot of press conferences, but you're the biggest bloody annoying, funny bastard ever put up with.
What's the future hold for you? What does the future hold?
Oh, I can't see the future. I'm stuck to someone's arse.
Is there any celebrity you'd love to be the arse of?
Yep, there is. And wouldn't you like to know who that is?
Yes, I would.
Well, ask Sarge. He's got all the funny bloody answers.
No, seriously. No, answer the question. Who would you like to have a crack at?
I'd like to have a crack at you.
Come on, now you're just talking shit.
Seriously, where's the respect, people? I come here, I expose myself.
Do you have a favourite song?
Yes, I do. And it's there's a full moon over Penelope Cruz.
Do people ever mistake you for a really shit genie?
Tell you what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my underpants on and I'm gonna ride out of this town. Go hang out with people who care about me. Like, you know, I've got no friggin' idea.
Well, you were working on a Spanish film.
Yes.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yes, I do.
Please.
Peso. 2 pesos.
Yes, it's time to award the coveted Glasshouse trophy, which this week is called... Above the bathroom scales of justice, guilty quilty is Phyllis Perkins from Canada, who's been excused from jury duty because it had interfered with her afternoon nap. She's 103. Strange that someone would think a court case would interfere with their nap. It doesn't stop Australian judges. But it's probably for the best. The last time Phyllis was in court, when the judges asked to see jurors 2, 11, 5 and 9, she yelled out, bingo! So the trophy goes to the 103-year-old Phyllis Perkins, who needs her daily nap. But she's lying. The real excuse is she had a hot date with Ashton Kutcher. For Wednesday, September the 27th. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Arj. And let's take a look at tomorrow's headlines. The Gold Coast Bulletin claims Bin Laden not dead, but latest video does show strings. The Land has new title for Nationals leader. Minister no longer responsible for wheat debacle. From the Wall Street Journal, Pakistan president embarrasses Washington. That brown guy's after my job, says Bush. And The Age reports, Rex Hunt set for US TV debut. Stingrays look forward to first kiss. Good night!
Tomorrow night, join 4 young women on a journey to the Winter Olympics in a bold experiment to create a champion. It's a fast and furious ride in Nerves of Steel, 8:30 tomorrow night on ABC.